Hello, welcome, my beautiful collective. We are getting right into your reading today, and this is for you. We're going to find out, we're checking the direction of the trend of your life or a current trend of your life. You can use this reading however it is that you choose. We have 3 decks to choose from. So for pile 1, we have the 𝚘𝚎𝚕𝚘 Tarot. Pile 2, we have the Mystical Dream Tarot. In pile 3, we have the 𝚤𝚕𝚐 Tarot. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Take a second, see which deck might be calling to you. I am Lotus the Sage. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you at your pile. Welcome my pile 1 who chose the 𝚘𝚎𝚕𝚘 Tarot. I'm going to put this deck up at the side. So as you can see, the cards have already been laid out. The center pile in here is actually the bottom of the deck energies for each of the decks that we've used. So we'll look at that at the very end. Each position has a prompt, so to speak. And so we'll go around the board starting from here to end in here to find out the direction of this particular trend for you. So for our first position over here, we have the power of your past. Let's see what we got. Excuse me. You have the Elf Queen, introverted, burden, and responsibility. What I'm feeling first instinctually is this goes back as more, this goes back to more of a trend of your life as opposed to a current trend. This is what this is feeling like first off. I'm getting a sense or a feeling of upbringing or what it was like to be you growing up in the household or environment that you were in. I'm feeling a sense that you may have had a lot of responsibilities, duties, or expectations put on you. I'm feeling an interesting sense of, they're wording it to me like a lack of responsibility on the matriarchal energy in the home, and you ended up taking on some of that responsibility or role. I'm hearing growing up a little too fast. I'm also hearing never really getting the opportunity to explore who you were, especially during those like developmental years. Interesting. Let's see what else we got. We have 2 tarot cards. We have Death and Rebirth and the Ace of Cups. You have 13 twice in this first part of your past. The age 13 might be very significant for you. I think what they're saying to me right now is, this trend of your life is for you to transmute the way that you received love or the way that it was given or how you perceived it. I'm hearing you learned how to deplete your cup early without having the tools to refill it self-sufficiently. Again, this is past energies, yeah? So I feel like this cycle for you, this trend particularly in your life, is about that. Transmuting the way that you received and given love. And I think this is translatable or transferable across all facets of love. What you think you're worthy of, what's acceptable, what's not. The shadow sides of you, has that been explored enough is what I'm hearing. Interesting. Then we have message. I heard, how do you communicate to yourself? And I'm also, they're showing me the card Message of Concern that's also in this deck. And it feels like that's what this was. It was like information or news that it was a burden or responsibility put on you, either because of possibly a death, a possibly illness, information just that you received that changed the trajectory of your life. This is interesting, Paul 1. Let's see what else. And then brown-haired man. They're really giving me a strong focus on family, like immediate family. And this brown-haired man they're giving me father energy, or the father archetype, or the patriarch of the household. And they're giving me two feelings. Like, I'm not sure if it was a passing, that the grieving of the spouse, for lack of a better word, deteriorated that spirit of the brown-haired man. And either, whether it was spoken or not, you felt the need to take on that role of caregiver in some sense. I really do feel very strongly about that. I'm trying to find the other aspects of what they're maybe referencing. The only other alternative that I could feel from this, that feels natural within the energies that I'm getting, is possibly that this brown-haired man never really came out of that funk, or just allowed you to stay in that role. Again, never really getting that chance to explore. They're giving me the ages 7 to 13. I just brought that up right now. Sorry to cut off the thought. But that's what this feels like. It's almost like once you are capable or efficient at this caregiver role, so to speak, it's almost like they let go, like they released all that responsibility onto you. Like, minus like providing actual money. That's what it does. That's the only thing that I think that you may not have had to actually do, but everything else it feels like was up to you. This is interesting, Paul 1. Okay, let's get the power of your present. So if this resonates for you, my lovelies, and it comes to the past energies or a trend that you feel, then this is a correct pile for you. Past energies, so the power, of your present energies now. The Hermit, retreat and recharge. Well, that makes sense, right? Because depending on how long this has been going on for, and especially if this is, again, a trend, a pattern in your life, and we're trying to figure out if this is a beneficial pattern or a pattern that we kind of need to break, right? So I'm feeling for you, there's a pattern that you need to break, more specifically to transmute more so than break. This is a skill that you have learned, but you have to now unlearn it and figure out who you are to some degree. And that Hermit energy speaks of the same. Retreat, recharge, look within and figure out who you actually are now in the stage of your life, and the understanding and the wisdom that you have gained from your past experiences. Then we have, look at this. 3 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. It really feels still that you are, again, retreating and recharging, but healing from, I want to say, the damage that the past has done. That's how they're phrasing it. There's a feeling of numbness is what I'm getting. Almost like looking at the hurt and not almost feeling anything, so much apathy. But at the same vein, being stuck or feeling, it's not stuck. Stuck's not the right word, just lethargic or melancholic, like there's, because you're getting like the 3 of Swords with this heart healing, head over heart, and then you're having this 4 of Cups, this discontentment, this boredom, but there's an opportunity here for you to heal this in this recharge phase. They just said you have to sit longer. 7 and that, the number 7 is being brought up again. I heard 7 more weeks, 7 more days. Hold on. Then we have mature man. Look at this. Guys, I really am feeling that this is like, it is residual energies of this past, the power of this particular past. And this mature man, if I am correct when it comes to the energetic resonance of this brown-haired man that turns into this mature man, which I was feeling the father archetype, the patriarchal archetype within this dynamic, is where the hurt still and the apathy is. It's almost like I don't want to say an acceptance, it's just like it is what it is, but it staying the same is not helping. So for you, I guess that's why Spirit's like, you have to sit in it for a little bit longer. Clarity will come later, but this uncomfortability and this, again, this apathetic energy that I'm feeling towards this particular male energy, I just heard like, you can do no right. Something's missing. That's all I can feel, like something's missing. Look at this, anxiety. Look at this. This is what I'm telling you. This whole energy feels very anxious, uncomfortable, stuck somewhere, you know, or stuck in a timeline. That's almost what it feels like. Stuck in a timeline and you're not able to escape this particular energy somehow. And it's almost like you're waiting for time to pass for like you to be released, almost. So the power of your present right now, the main energy they want is for you to retreat and recharge, to take a couple more days to relieve some of this anxiety, and probably anxiety about this mature man or this brown-haired man, or the energy of this masculine energy or patriarchal energy. It's interesting because it feels like there's a father wound because you had to be the mother. Like that's how I want to phrase it. Guys, you're gonna have to let me know what's going on here. Okay. So let's see the power of your possible future, the power of your future. We have, look at this, Ragnarok, destruction, ending, final moment, exactly what I was talking about, waiting for that moment to happen. Like that's exactly it, you know? It's like to burn it down to like, again, death and rebirth. There's a strong feeling of this trend for you, my love. And I think that you are in this particular direction of this trend for you. Like that's why this sitting in this hermit energy and really being clear about what this is, so you know exactly what to burn down. What will be the final moment? What do you want for this ending? How will you use this destruction to rebuild? Let's see. Look at that. Yes. The freaking sun. Let that shit shine. Exactly with that burning it down. And then the Eight of Wands. Quickly, man. Fast and Furious. That might be a movie. For you to watch. I mean, I'm jokes. Anyways, that was fully a joke. Or not. You never know. Anyways. Well, what I'm feeling here for your future, again, once this destruction, this ending happens, it's like a rebirth, like we said. This finally, I can shine, I can see who I am, I can go into the world free. Like free. Like it almost, like, not almost, it alleviated this congestion that I was feeling in my chest from the moment we started. Like, I can breathe. Like, literally, I can breathe. Whoa, Pawan. My spine just got taller, like... Wow, okay. And then we have expectation. Like, did I not say this waiting energy, right? So again, I don't know if you're waiting for the departure from this world to the next for this masculine energy. You know, that sometimes does happen where a certain way of being in a family cannot fully complete until that particular generation has completed their cycle to some degree. I hope that metaphor makes sense. And that can be this energy. It can be a little bit more, like I said, apathetic and dismissive. Don't get me wrong, there is no judgments here. Situations are what they are. And also the expectation of when this finally ends, when I come to this clarity, this destruction, this final moment, I will be able to shine my light into the world as I see myself. I'm hearing I finally get a chance to live. Wow. Look at this, Pal 1. Ending. You have that double down here, my friend. Wow, wow, wow. It's the end of whatever this ish has been. I like this. I really am digging this. We're already so many minutes in. Holy cow. Okay, so let's see. For the position 4 and 5, it is tips for your behavior moving forward. Suggestions. All right. I love this, though. This is good. Snake, shuttled skin. Absolutely. This death and rebirth energy is all over your reading. Then you have the Six of Pentacles, letting go of your past. Absolutely. Any nostalgia, any ties. And then look at this, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, letting go of those burdens, those mental prisons. I feel it's like a mental game that kept you there. They're bringing me back to the red strings on the Three of Swords when I said that head over heart. And there's something about that was binding you to the past when it comes to this way of being, just because you have known it for so long. For so long. Shed that skin. And identify the falsities, the false people, the false version of yourself too, that no longer resonates with you. Hence, shed that old skin. Release that past for your growth. Yes. Release that for your growth. The false version of you, the false way you had to be, this discontent, this apathy to it is what it is. I just gotta grin and bear it kind of vibe. Finally, this destruction comes in the future, this ending, you finally get released, you get to shed your old skin, releasing the old burdens of your past, identifying the falsities in your life and within yourself for the growth to begin. That's awesome. Great tip. Great tip. Okay, let's see what other tip we got. Yes, a win. Gift, divine inspiration, awakening. Look at this. It's the awakening now. You finally get the chance to be rebirthed. Look at this. Past all of this muck. You finally find this ending. You are emerging out now, shedding the old skin for the growth, for your new gifts to emerge, for divine inspiration to strike, for the awakening of you. Love it. Okay. The Magician in the reverse. Interesting. And the King of Wands in the reverse. Tips and advice for your behavior or suggestions. I feel like I like the King of Wands in the reverse for this position for you. I feel because of the fact that this energy, I feel the word is ravenous. Like the freedom to be free will be so explosive that I like that the King of Wands is in the reverse where it's slightly tempered, you know? I'm not getting like I'm getting a playful energy, but it's a mature playful is what I'm feeling. And the Magician in the reverse generally talks about this manipulation, but I think it's just cunning, you know? It's swift movement and alchemy, and it's like flipping your world upside down now. Like that's the energy that I'm really getting here. Alchemizing a completely opposite version to what you've been. That's what I'm feeling when it comes to the tip and suggestion. I don't think it's about being manipulative and being like this F-boy or F-girl, you know, kind of energy. Even though you may want to, you know, play the other spectrum. I ain't here to judge. I'm just feeling that that's not the advice that I'd give. You know, so, and I don't think that's what Spirit would deliver for me either. So I'm just letting you know what I'm feeling here. It just feels like you're flipping the script. Quite literally flipping the script on your own life. Distant horizons. Interesting. So they just said, don't run away or don't run too quickly into this energy. That's why everything is in the reverse. There's still a mastery that needs to be understood as you emerge in this new baby form, so to speak, with these new gifts and this divine inspiration. You have to allow the transition of the shedding of the old skin to fully complete. In other words, that's what I'm feeling with this distant horizon. It's like, don't jump ship too quickly. You know, like the excitement of, let's go here, squirrel, you know, like that kind of energy, like this. They want you to temper it a bit, and that's what I'm strongly emphasizing. Yeah, temper this new power, this new energy, this new vitality, because it's going to take you so many places, and you're going to want to go because you haven't been able to explore, experience, exchange even. So just temper it a little bit. This is really the focus. Give it time to really fully alchemize within you. Okay. Let's see the obstacles you must overcome or avoid. Excuse me. You got 2 for this position. Dun, dun, dun. Nice. You have Shield Maiden, Make Plans and Focus. And Sky Father, Trust in the Unknown. Beautiful. These beautiful flowers. Yes, my lovely. So obstacles to avoid. Making sure that you're making a plan, like we said, not to move too hastily. Trust in what the unknown is bringing up for you, what you discover as you shed all the falsities in yourself and around you, the growth that happens, the power that you find, the gifts that you invoke, excuse me, the divine inspiration that strikes within this unknown energy. So what I'm feeling here, the obstacle is really to be focused and just to trust. Don't doubt, in other words. Then you have the 6 of Cups. This is so funny. And the 7 of Swords. It's so interesting because I was interpreting the 6 of Pentacles like the 6 of Cups over here. And again, with the give and take, the unbalanced of energies, I should address that better. My apologies, but they already brought me to that energy way before. So again, I'll come back to this tips and suggestions on how to behave here. Again, it's rebalancing. It's taking back some of that power, releasing the burden, right, of what was unbalanced in the give and take of these energies. Regardless, it comes out here. Situations or obstacles to avoid or overcome, excuse me, again, is coming back to that nostalgia of the deceit, or assuming that you have to go back, or the mind games that get played again, back to the swords of whatever string gets pulled every once in a while to pull you right back into this uneven exchange of energies for you. So they're asking you again, make a plan and focus on that plan and trust in the unknown. Skyfather is leading you. Do not get pulled or sucked into a past version once you shed this old skin. You got 2 Kipper for this one also. Marriage and gift. Wow. Wow. Okay, my friend. When I said family, marriage, wife, something like that, it did not feel like this was your marriage, is what I'm getting at, because this came from like an energy of a child, right? So I'm feeling here it's not to repeat the patterns of the past, of that marriage, of what that was. And I'm hearing like sanctity of the marriage. That's the word that they're giving me, but there was an abuse of the sanctity of marriage in some way. This is interesting, and it's how funny that I covered up the masculine energy. Wow, this is so trippy, guys. So, my loves, like what I'm feeling here is so very interesting, especially if it's obstacles to avoid. It's like either falling into the same traps or falling for partners that are similar to that energy because you're so used to that giving. You know, it's like not to fall prey to the patterns of your past. Don't get pulled back into that energy or that dichotomy or dynamic or exchanging of unbalanced energies. Because if we don't heal this, you're going to have more of the same. So make a plan and focus on that. Interesting. Then you have storm. Yeah, like I'm telling you. It's going to be more of the same if it's not worked on. But again, the main thing here is do not repeat the patterns of the past anymore. Whether that be from the father or the dynamic that this situation created and what it put on you, that burden and responsibility for too long and from too young. Yeah, 7 and 13 is really big for you guys. Okay, let's see the answer, my lovelies. The answer to this trend. The Weaver. Like I said, transmuting and transforming, right? Fate, destiny, and the word. Words. We've been talking about words. You know? I'm telling you, my love, like, it's it. You're transmuting, weaving this new particular destiny, shedding this, ending this particular cycle, and changing the wording of your future. The internal dialogue. Then we have the Tower. Yep. This is more giving me like trust in the universe will be the divine intervention. Like you have to just keep doing, again, sitting in this, because this is where we are, right? In the present. Sitting in this. All of this will transpire. Let us do our job, but you need to sit in this to understand it. Yeah, to understand it. Where the family got flipped up. You know, where all of this happened. The answer is in the looking back into the family dynamic. Quite literally. Is that another? No, 25. 7 again. 7 again. 7 again. Yeah, my friend, it is. That's your answer, is to weave your past and your present to have a better future, that you talk to yourself better. Let divine intervention happen. Let spirit take do its job, and you reflect on what it is that you really need to clarify, clear out, end, destroy when it comes to the patterns of this particular past dynamic. Look at this mature woman. And that's you. You get to mature. You get to grow. You get to level up. You get to explore you. You get to live how you want to live now. Wow. And they're giving it to me like it's like you're now at the age or something like that, at the age of something when it comes to this masculine energy. And they're giving it to me like you are now the equal. So do not still be the child, so to speak, in that dynamic. I hope that makes sense. Not in an insulting way. In the way that literally the child, that you're always going to be, you know, the child, the offspring. Do you know what I mean? So this right now is making me feel like you are now the equal to this energy. So do not be afraid to address this, to do what you need to do, to come to your own conclusions, to clarify what you need to clarify for yourself. Then you have, look at this brown-haired woman. That's you, my friend. The maturing of you. Weaving the destiny that you desire. That's freaking awesome. Wow. Holy moly. Okay, so my lovelies, to close off your messages, we are looking at, like I said, the bottom of the deck energies for all of the decks. And these are going to be other things to consider, or other things that could be happening during this phase of, you know, from the present moving forward. Other things to consider. The wild hunt. Excitement, frenzy, and journey. We talked about that, right? That wild hunt, that excitement, that let's go, you know? So being aware that that's it, hence why they said temper that energy, make a plan and focus. You have great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Again, same thing, taking that wisdom that you learned from your past to weave it in, changing the wording to yourself. The moon in reverse, be expressive, speak your truth, no longer hiding away in the shadows. Divine feminine energy. bad health. Look at this. So I'm really, again, there's nothing predictive here, but I do feel like there's something, like I said, you were waiting for it to pass or someone to pass or the energies. And I think this is where this, it's so bizarre. Like, I don't want to sound insensitive. Like, I'm really trying my hardest, but I hope you understand that there's no judgment here. I'm feeling like I am just, it's like, for example, if somebody's been ill for a long time and they're like maybe possibly like in their 80s, I'm hearing 81 for some reason, but in their 80s, and they're holding on to life, and there's certain things that I'm like, this would just, I don't want it to sound so rude, but please forgive me. Like, it would be easier if you were to let go and stop being in pain, and we could let go of this energy and just, complete it. This is the feeling. It's a little bit more hard and rough when I'm feeling this energy, but it's not insensitive. It's just, it feels tired, and I don't think this is your bad health, my friend. I don't at all, at all, at all. It doesn't feel that way in the slightest. And then stop, look, and listen. So there might be another emotion that you're going to have to confront, probably when it comes to actually the legitimate ending of this energy. There's going to be another contender of emotional upheaval that you may not be ready for, or like a sense of empathy that you didn't have while this was, an ongoing thing. Wow, my pile ones. This was crazy. So my love, that is the trend right now, and the trend moving forward is this. Sit in it for a bit. All of this is beautiful, and it's just a matter of, again, I think that's the reason why they come back to this for you in the present. You have to sit in it 7 more weeks, 7 more days, for you to find some clarity, to relieve the anxiety about this mature man energy. And this mature man energy feels like the one that's in bad health. So, whoa. I just saw 333. Okay, my loves. So that is the ending of your messages. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was in any way, please, I would love to read about it. I am sending you so much love. Please like, subscribe, share, all that goodness. Till next time, keep watering your lives. Ciao. Welcome, my pile twos who chose the mystical dream or tarot. Mystical dream, excuse me, tarot. I'm gonna put this to the side. So my lovelies, the center position or the center cards are actually the bottom of the deck energies for the cards that we've used, for the decks that we've used. All in the center, that will give us, we'll look at those last. Each position has a prompt, so to speak. We're starting over here. So we are going to find out the current direction, or checking the direction of the trend in your life or a current trend in your life. If it's a trend that you need to stay on and to understand, or if it's one that you need to end and complete. So we'll figure that out. So our first position over here is the power of your past. Let's see what we got, pile 2. We have prayer, abundance, peace, and contentment. I'm being told that it's a current trend right now for your life, like a current trend. I'm hearing that in the past you felt more at ease within your manifesting ability, or your ability to create abundance within your life. He actually is telling me, this beautiful fairy here is telling me, Friar is telling me, that something has shifted now. You don't feel that way anymore, though. There's a feeling of being blocked from your riches or being blocked from your abundance. And Spirit's telling me that it's somewhat self-imposed. Why? I'm hearing there are things that are clouding your vision when it comes to the important ingredient or seed that will help nourish the belief within you Interesting. Let's see what we got. We have the Nine of Cups and the Lady of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. Echoing to the same energy of, you know, feeling really satisfied, being really clear about how you do things. Like in your past, it just felt like it was easier for you to manifest. Things happened easier, the flow was easier, or the way things came to you was easier. You were more, again, it just feels more clear about what you actually wanted. Maybe your manifestation, not abilities, it's like the vision, excuse me, your manifestation visions, the visions of what you'd like to manifest. There's the words. The visions of what you'd like to manifest. Again, coming back to something has been clouded. That's why it's not coming out in the same way that it used to. That's how they're delivering the message. This is interesting. What else? Official person. They're giving me a feeling of you feeling in control of your life before, and now it doesn't feel. I know we're not even in the present, but they're pulling me to that for me to understand why it's like it's so positive, but it doesn't feel like you feel that way now. You know. So yeah, it feels like you felt more in control of your life. You felt even more in demand, or more important, or relevant, or valuable in the past. And then the Fool. Two energies that I'm getting for this. There was always a new opportunity or something new for you to explore and to dive into. And maybe it was the freshness of the firsts or the new beginnings in general. Or maybe you had more of a curious mindset and you dove into it a little bit more free and unabandoned, uninhibited. In other words, you trusted the flow of the universe a little bit more. It wasn't so jaded by life experience. Interesting. Okay, my pal twos, let's see what your present, the power of your present is saying then. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Well, and again, I think it's perfectly fitting that you have the Mirror Guardian when it's like looking back on self, you know, as to how you felt before, how you approached it before, how you went about it before. If this energy feels like yours, then you definitely have the right pal too. Because it's echoing to the same thing. It's like, look back onto how you used to look at things, how things came to you, where was your energy space? How did you approach things? Were you less fearful? Then you have the Dreamer of Pentacles, which is the Page. And then the Four of Cups. It's interesting, Pile 1 got the Four of Cups in the exact same position in a different deck. And they also got like a time to retreat and recharge, and yours is time to reflect. Don't think you guys have similar energies, but it's just an interesting thing that everybody in the present moment is kind of in this reflective time. So what I'm feeling, my lovelies, here in your present, you are trying to initiate a new start or a new beginning every time, but you always seem to feel like you get thwarted or your efforts don't go very far. It feels like you might be or feeling like you're in a period of darkness, like I said, or disappointment, difficulty transcending the problem. They're asking for like a clearing of estrangements with possible reunion. Again, reunion with the self, reunion with that energy, reunion with knowing. It's like the dark must be endured before the light can come in. And I think that's why they're asking you to take time to reflect. Like, how do you want this new beginning to start? Where is this calling for you? What needs to be rewoven together for you to have more clarity. So I think that's what you're doing in this time of reflection in the present, finding that new way, trying to get out of this discontent and boredom, trying to figure out a way to reunite yourself with that past energy of your abundant nature. Then you have main male. Wow. Wow, Peltu. This could be your energy. I'm feeling it actually as in the archetype, the masculine archetype, more so than an actual person, even though it definitely can be. I'm feeling as in the action and the doing, right? And again, with this pentacle energy, it's making me feel like, how do I want to restart this? How do I want to go about this? How can I be more proactive in my approach to manifesting what I desire? That's what I'm feeling from here. And then brown-haired woman. Look at this. Again, it's you. Like I said, I think that it's you. It doesn't matter. It's the masculine, feminine energies within yourself, but the masculine energy of the doing, but the receptivity of the listening and the time to reflect with that dark-haired woman. Again, can definitely just be you, and the archetypes or the characteristics that you have. But bottom line here is, in your present, the power of your present is to take time to reflect on the plan, the way forward, finding the clarity, finding the action plan, balancing out the emotions. Okay. So my lovelies, let's see the power of your future, of your possible future. We have the Green Man, initiative, fertilization, and action. Like we said, that action, that proactive movement, that initiative to go forward, right? The fertilization of the manifestation that you want. Again, talking about this abundant energy. How do I manifest more for myself? Eight of Wands. Again, Pile 1 had it too. Geez, in the same spot. And then the Ten of Cups. Nice. Nice. Future energies I like. You know, it's, again, swiftly nurturing and going after what will bring you satisfaction. Emotional satisfaction balanced in harmony with what your desires are. Emotion and intention in alignment. To fertilize the idea or the switch, so to speak, to flip the switch back on into this abundant frequency. You go in it quick, like you dive in is what I feel. Like you just dive in. Once you take this time to reflect, like that clarity comes again, that action step to know what to do comes in quick, and you know now. I know how to take action. I know how to go after what I want with speed, with haste. Balance, though. The home. Yeah. Balanced in the self, balanced also within, again, I'm feeling finances, home, stability, grounding, all of that stuff. Home within self and actual property. Maybe you're wanting to actually buy a home too. That could have something to do with this too. About the next action steps. Like, what do I do to prep myself for this dream house that I want? As a hypothetical, you know? Then look at this. Good fortune. Beautiful. Beautiful. How awesome is that for future energies? The power of your future, my love. So the present's key, my friend. The present's key. Take that time to balance out that masculine, feminine energies, but find the plan. Find the plan, because it will be fortuitous for you. As long as you stick to that plan, keep fertilizing that and taking action towards those things that you desire. Amazing. Okay, so position 4 and 5 is going to be suggestions and tips or tips for your behavior moving forward with these energies. All right. You have the High Priestess, harness mystic power. Yep. again, tapping back into the original blueprint of yourself, where you came from, energetically speaking. Harness it. Part of the plan, part of the action. The sun, freaking A, harness that sun power. That's right. That's right. And then the Seven of Cups. Interesting. This card reminds you to be mindful about your expectations and about grand gestures. It's to be practical in your approach, to look at the accomplishments that you already have made instead of pushing past them. Again, reintroducing yourself to yourself, quite literally, when it comes to this magical, abundant manifester energy. Harness the mystic power that's within you, my love. And then child, again, like I said, that has been within you from time. You know, like it's from childhood. This is what I'm saying. Like, things just were easier when you were younger in some degree. And they just said years up to 18, from birth to 18. That's what they just said to me. And then abundance. Look at this. Look at this. You have a choice, my friend. This is, again, back to this original abundance, peace, and contentment. That's from back then, my lovelies. Oh, it could be 8 from birth to 22. They just added that up to 22. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay, so the tips for you, my friend, is to, again, be mindful of your expectations. Don't forget about what you have already accomplished. Harness this power that's already been within you, this abundant energy that you have carried with you from birth. Let's see what else. The sigil keeper, symbols, signs, and messages. So be mindful of the symbols, signs, and messages that Spirit sends you, the intuitive nudges, any synchronicities, animals, reptiles, amphibians could be significant. There might be a sense of a third eye awakening or more clarity within the third eye coming back to this energy. Take time to reflect. Again, a new version of you is emerging. And it's actually an old version of you, but it's new now. This is interesting. Very cool. Then we have the Lovers. And then the Ten of Swords. Two suggestions on your behavior. So, my lovely, I feel like they're asking you to fall in love with your past. And for the trials that you've been through to get you to this point. They just said an easy life is not always a fulfilling life. You had to go through this process. So you have not been abandoned. We are still here and we still love you. And we are here feeding you what your soul actually needs to grow. So set yourself free from the burden of your mind that thinks you're being punished, that you've done something wrong, that you've missed something. You have not. You've just been looking in a different direction. Follow the signs we send. Wow. Okay, then you have 2 came out, the journey. Yeah, on this journey, follow the signs that we send you as you merge onto this journey, or as you continue, I should say, on this journey. And then occupation. Yeah, the journey is work. We already know this, right? So, and like we talked about that Ten of Swords of, you know, fall in love with your past, with the work you've done, with the accomplishments that you've made, with what you've discovered, with what you've understood, and reminding yourself of who you are and where you came from. The frequency, the vibration of what you came from. Inspiration. Use that as your inspiration. Use all of this as your inspiration, my love. That's the behavior suggested for you. Tap into your power, look for the signs, Use this as inspiration to tap into that abundant frequency that is already innately you. Fall in love with the past, all of what you've been through, the trials and tribulations, the burdens that have been put on you, and the expectations been put on you, and also the self-talk that has manipulated the belief in that abundant frequency that you innately are. Again, abundance is your natural birthright. Do not deny that for yourself. Wow. Okay. Your sixth position over here is obstacles to overcome or avoid. Let's see what we got. Fire Guardian. Ignite your passion. Obstacles to overcome or avoid, huh? I think for you, the obstacle is to ignite it again, to harness that power, to ignite whatever this particular, like I said, that seed or that switch was that may have gotten turned off or dimmed down. I think that's what it is. Ignite it. Confront it. Then you have the Six of Pentacles, in the reverse. And the Three of Pentacles. So I feel the obstacle for you is to not give, meaning that if you don't put in or give into the igniting of your passion, that you won't be able to, let's say, find the right people or find the right ingredients to keep nurturing that thing, because you'll always be searching outside in some way for it instead of inside. So I'm feeling, my love, that the obstacle to overcome is the fear of igniting this passion and it not being received well. But I do really feel that if you allow yourself to ignite it and let it be seen, let it fertilize, let it grow naturally, let the inspiration develop, let the abundance blossom, and slowly but surely you will get there. Step by step is what I'm hearing. Ooh, and they just brought me to this petal over here. It's very fitting when it comes to the color scheme that's going on in those cards. And it's in the shape of a heart. You see? And they're bringing me to this, the brown in the middle here. I hope you can see that. Yeah, that stem there. And they're making me feel like this is this tree here. And the colors, if you can see, are like similar to what she's wearing. And again, it's like this side has more, and it's like the give and take is unbalanced, so to speak. And you have to find a way, or find the people, or again, like I said, the ingredients for you, my lovely, that is reciprocal, equal in give and take when it comes to that Three of Pentacles. Creative collaboration, you know? Don't be afraid of that. Okay. What else we got? We got community. Talk about creative collaboration. I wonder if you're afraid. Maybe that's afraid to collaborate or to share again in some way. Maybe possibly that's how some of you got duped by past experiences of people taking advantage of your, I wanted to say like good nature and good luck. That's interesting. So I wonder if that's where some of this unbalanced energy is. Maybe you need to find a smaller group of people as opposed to looking for a larger community, because they're bringing me to the 6 and the 3, and they have like 39, and the 6 and the 3 in reverse, it'd be 63, the community card, you know, reverse. But like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how they're showing this to me. So there's something about that community that you might actually benefit more from a smaller dynamic as opposed to a larger community, specifically 3 people. That's interesting. And then you got 2 of these bad boys. You have Scandal. Like I said, there is something about that community dynamic, and then Peace. Yeah, I think you discover that either like how you work better, or the number of people that work better for you, or the dynamic of energies that work better for you when it comes to feeling safe and comfortable when it sharing your passion or igniting this particular abundance blueprint that is being activated, or reactivated, I should say. Yeah, the scandal is within that community somehow. So I truly do feel like, use your discretion, my love. You know what I mean? But look out for these things and sit in this energy still. This won't be so much of a scandal in your perspective, but it might be a scandal for them, you know, considering that this is not how you used to be. You know, a little bit more of a people pleaser, let's say. And I can't say that's a heavy people pleaser. It was just like, again, I think this almost, I don't think this is a real life thing, like siphoning your luck, but that's kind of what it feels like. It almost feels like they drained you so much that it depleted you, and therefore it felt like you didn't have any more to give or take. Or, you know what I'm getting at? That abundance energy got drained somehow. And that might have been from a community specifically that triggered that. Interesting. All right, let's see, my lovely. What is the answer to this particular trend, this current trend, I should say, that's happening for you, my pal twos? The answer is the life bringer. Look at that. The green man counterpart. Established growth and fulfillment. Boom shakalaks. Look at this. We go into this after this, the power of the future, right? Initiative, fertilization, and action. This action takes you into, again, nurturing what you needed to nurture, establishment, growth, and fulfillment of what you have been going towards. You know, this journey, this path that you've been on. Love it. Then you have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Sorry. Yep, no longer overthinking about this shit. You've gotten your mind right, so to speak. Oh, and this is the right way up. And then this is the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, like I said, now you're getting that stability, confidence, sustainability, money, luck. It comes back, you know, like, because you started off with that beautiful Nine of Cups, that wish fulfillment, all of this stuff, and now you have this Nine of Pentacles, this practicality when it comes to like abundance, quite literally. You know, it's beautiful. You let go of all that extra thought that's been plaguing you for a minute, at least in your present. That's for sure. And like I said, I was feeling it from here, from the jump. Amazing. And then you have Courthouse, decision made. Like, I know what I'm arguing. I know what I'm going after. I know what I'm growing. I know what's going to be fulfilling. I don't have to second guess myself anymore. My argument's made, you know? Love it. And then secrets. Ooh. They're saying to keep it secret until you're ready. So do not invite anybody in. I think this is back to this community energy. Be very mindful of who you allow into this new version of you, this new abundant vibration of yours, because you do not want that repeat of that siphoning again, so to speak, metaphorically, of course, right? And so these secrets here, I feel for you, it's like to keep some of this to yourself, to bring life to what you are trying to grow, to get out of your head, to not have people in your ear either. You know, it's to do what you need to do. Decision is made. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, pal two. I love that. Amazing. So, my lovely, that's the trend right now, and it's about your abundance frequency. Your root chakra in particular might be, you know, understimulated, so to speak. And I think this process of you, you know, going into the take time to reflect, balancing out those energies, and really coming clear as in how you felt when you were at a particular age, like they said, from birth to about 18 to 22 years old, about how abundance flew, how situations happened, how opportunities just came. It's that kind of vibe. Amazing. So, as I said, the center cards are the bottom of the deck energies for all the decks that we used. And this is going to be extra things to consider as this is happening, etc. All right. So you have bliss, nice, contentment, satisfaction, and security. Beautiful. You'll finally get back to that again. That bliss energy. I love that. Love that. 6 might be really significant for you guys, 6 and 3s. And then we have Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Talk about root chakra, right? And heart chakra, to be honest. But root chakra. Beautiful. So like we had just said, you know, grounding that energy, making sure that we stay on course with ourselves. And then Ace of Swords, coming back to that clarity that we had in the beginning. I love this. I love this. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And then you have a new pathway begins to open up for you, my love. The transition is here. Yes, 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 yes. And then, woo! Look at this! About to! Freaking A, get that freaking wealth. Abundance, abundance, wealth. Get it. Get it. I love this. This is so good. Growth, fulfillment, fertilization. It's awesome. Awesome, pal, too. So you will get there, my lovely. You got to stick this part out, my friend. You got to figure out what that was, that mindset, that energy, how you were feeling back then, how it was easy and how it flowed. Tap yourself back into that. Learn from that while you're on this journey of self-discovery or rediscovery of your abundant frequency. Sending you so much love, my beautiful collective. I hope this was helpful. If it resonated, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, ciao. Welcome my pal threes who chose the �々𝚕𝚘 tarot. I'm going to put this to the side. So my loves, each position has a prompt, so to speak. The center cards are actually the bottom deck energies of all of the decks that we've used. So those will be like extra things to consider. Regardless, each position, like I said, has a prompt. We are starting off to find out what your direction is of the trend that's happening in your life, either that being a current trend or a lifelong trend, so to speak. Is it something that you need to overcome? Is it something you need to understand? And then we'll move forward. All right, my lovely. So in your first position over here is the power of your past. Let's see what you've got. All right, you have 36, the Yule Singer, rebirth, feasting, and joy. Nice. So my love, for you also, like similar to Pile 2, you have a current life energy that seems to be showing up for you. And your current life energy feels to me that you have just come out of a darker period or a more difficult period of your life, and you are finally starting to feel revived, refreshed, alive is the word I'm getting. I'm also feeling like opening your eyes for the first time. I obviously know that this is not the case for majority of you guys watching, but it might be a different type of awakening where you're seeing things differently, or things just look different or more vivid or more blurred or muted. You know, there's something about that. Clear audience might be a thing that may have been a new gift that came in for you. And they're telling me roughly around the winter time. Yule. Okay, interesting. Let's see what else we got. The power of your past. Cool. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And the Six of Swords. Yeah, that's exactly what this feels like. Again, like an unfortunate or turn of events, or you know, that wasn't great, and then you moved away from that energy to rebirth yourself into this joyful, jovial energy. Like you did the work. You moved away from it. Yeah, from this despair. You moved away from it. That's what this is feeling like. They just said you've moved away from it, even though it still feels like you're processing moving away from it. You've already done that. So don't despair. And then frustration, yeah. You've already done it. I think that's why you might feel frustrated. It's interesting how it's like a similar gesture on the character's face here. You know, like this despair and frustration. Again, like coming out of a dark time or a difficult period in your life, and you moving away from it into this rebirth, festive, feasting type of joy energy. So the current trend is the new discovery of you, or the discovering of where this new energy is going to lead you, leaving the past quite literally behind you. Amazing. Let's see what your present, the power of your present energies have to say. You guys got a lot of double cards. I forgot to say that, pal 3. You have 2 of them for this position. For your present, shaman. Trust in higher forces. I think you have, and I think you are. And then she will, boom, unleash the wild within. Like I said, this rebirth energy for you, my lovely, this joy, this feeling of freedom again. Pile 2 had a feeling of freedom. But this energy of trusting what you've already been through, the process that in which you're on, to not doubt it, to not think that you're still like back there, like you're not. That's what I'm trying to highlight for you. You're not there anymore. So unleash it now. Let go. Okay. Then you have the Knight of Cups with the Devil in the reverse. Like I said, you are already past that energy. You have mastered the Devil's energy, and keep working at what you're moving towards. Keep pouring that love in, forgiveness into yourself for thinking anything less than the beautiful, bountiful energy that is you. You know, it's like give love back to this process of yourself by recognizing that you are no longer there. You're not there anymore, pile 3. So unleash that wild within you and go and live. Adjudication, yeah. Make that decision. Make it. Make that decision for you. Know it to be true. Know it to be true. Generosity. Know it to be true. It is done. It has been in your favor. The fates are in your favor. The fortune is in your favor. The wheel is now turning in your favor. It is done. Let's go, pile 3. What's the power of your future energy then? Isa, stillness, pause, and delicacy. Again, there's a very strong feeling of clairaudience for you guys. Welcome to the fams. And stillness and the pause makes me feel a bit more, her picture, excuse me, the energy that I'm feeling from her in this picture is, it's almost like listening for when it's time to go. That's what this feels like. There's an active waiting here in your future. And they're telling me it's like for parts of yourself to catch up. That's what it is. That's why you're still in this sort of like despair energy from your past, or this frustration, I should say, more than despair. This frustration from your past of thinking that it's still lingering on to you and it's not. And if this, sorry, apologies, pile 3, if this energy feels fitting, then this is the right pile for you when it comes to the past and the present energies. So what I'm feeling, my love, that's what you're trying to wait for, like the other fractals of yourself, the pieces of yourself to come back to you. I'm getting like a magnet, like things coming back to you, and that's what you're waiting for you to take off. And I think that's more about the integration of this knowing within. You know, that it's actually done. I don't know what you need for that. Like maybe there's some sort of finalization that you're waiting for. Maybe that's why there's pause and there's a delicacy that's needed in your future, because it's not fully, you know, somewhat, for lack of a better term, like on paper completed. Then we have the Two of Wands in the reverse, which says Dominion, and the Prince of Discs in the reverse, which is the Pentacles, Knight. So I think in the stillness that you still have to clarify a better plan, or a clearer plan, or a more distinct plan moving forward. Because when the time is right, or when it is ready for you to move, they want you to go. They don't want you to dilly-dally and like trot along. They want you to go. So I feel like this trust in the higher forces, unleash this wild within. You've already mastered this devil energy. Put love back into it. The decision has been made. The generosity of this gift to move forward, so to speak. So find that plan, really make it clear on how you are going to maintain this rebirth energy, so that you do not allow your mind to pull you back into something that is no longer attached to your energy. Be delicate about that, because like I said, when it's time to go, they want you to frickin' go. Then poverty. Look at this. Right? So stillness, interesting. Stillness, pause. Again, there's this feeling, again, I'm feeling this like you're almost like not buying it that it's done. Like that's how I feel this. It's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Something else is going to come. The shoe's still going to drop. Like that belief, that pattern of thought is where I think this plan needs to be better, where the stillness is useful right now, where you can unleash this wild, the wild within you, to trust in the higher forces that they have you and that they are guiding you and that they are telling you the truth. It's done. Even if it's the poverty mindset, that lack mindset, whatever that has been for you, even if it had to do with work, even if you don't have a job literally right now, that energy, that cycle is complete. So you don't have to approach the future possibilities with the same energy attached to you to create the same thing. Let it go. Unleash that wild. And then confusion, like I said, you're still in that phase in the future a little bit here. You know, so that pauses and that delicacy is really important in this future energy, my lovelies. It's like a confusion as to like why you are where you are, or why you even feel stuck. And maybe that's the reason why that you have to really come up with a proper or clear, concise, direct plan. So that you do not move slowly out of that energy, that you, again, just jump. Quite literally quantum leap. Wow. Okay. So positions 4 and 5 are suggestions or tips on... Yeah, suggestions or tips for your behavior moving forward. Sorry, I had a little brain fart there. For your behavior moving forward as you continue along this journey. So first you have Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. Trust the higher forces. Unlock that magic within, my lovely. You have so much more power than you're giving yourself credit for. So much more is in your hands than you are allowing yourself to do, or to see, excuse me. Then you have interference, 8 of Swords. Like I said, it's in your mind. All of that poverty mindset, the despair, all of that's in the mind. The interference blocking you from your magic is in the mind. And then you have 9 of Cups, happiness in the reverse. Yeah, again, so what they're asking you when it comes to suggestions and tips on your behavior, they're asking you to more so trust in the universe, unlock this magic within, get out of your head. Happiness can be achieved, but you cannot get there if your mind is in this mindset of lack. So release the interference of the mind. Main female, that's you, my love. Doesn't matter your gender, sex, whatever, however you identify. This is your energy, my viewer. Unlock that magic within you, my friend. And it can be more specifically your divine feminine magic, but it does not have to be. It just feels like unlock it. Get out of the head. Spiritual. Look at what it said. Trust. Unleash the spiritual magic within you, my friend. Unleash it. That third eye, that all those clairs, the intuition, the nudges, all of it. Heed it. Trust it. Follow it. Okay, let's see what else when it comes to your behavior. Tips. Soulkin. Recognition, family, and kinship. Find the people who support you. Find the people who resonate with you. Stay around that energy. Maybe talk to some of your ancestors. Maybe your actual bloodline, family. But I feel like this is all ancestors included. You know, all soul ties, soul bonds. Tap into that universal source energy that wants to give you the information that you're seeking. But you have to trust in the higher forces for you to be able to hear them when it comes to this clairaudience energy I'm getting. Beautiful. Then you have 3 of Cups in the reverse, abundance, and the world. Oh, I just heard it's not about everybody. It's only about a few. And when it comes to the tips on your behavior, it's like recognizing who are the ones in your life that are truly valuable and see you for you, who recognize your worth in all facets of your energies, that don't dismiss you because of an emotional outburst, because of frustration, because of fear. I'm really feeling like recognize who your true kin are in this dimension. Once you do that, that support that you're seeking, or the support that you may have been lacking when it comes to helping nurture this belief system within you, will come. Then you have thief. Again, be mindful, like I said, of who your true kin are. Because there's something about either trusting or investing in the wrong energies that have been feeding you this lack vibration, and you've been taking it in, and it's not truth. It's not truth. Yeah, justice. That's what I'm saying. It's not truth. You need to put that javel down and be like I said, adjudication, decision made. I'm no longer going to entertain these thoughts, these people, this energy, this idea. I'm going to recognize who my actual kin is, the people who have me, support me, who are my family, blood or not. No longer getting stolen from, no thievery in my essence. Love that. Beautiful. Let's see then, my lovely, what is the obstacle to overcome or avoid throughout this journey? Another double card for you. Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Exchange energy to create abundance. So again, it's just being mindful of who you're exchanging that energy with. These are the obstacles to overcome, right? Or to avoid. So the exchanging of energies to create abundance, there's something about that, because the Three of Cups came out in the reverse, and in this deck it says abundance. And if it comes to exchanging energy, again, family, soul, kin, recognition, who's been thieving away from you, been taking some of your energy, but again, feeding you lies that you have been digesting. And then you have, look at this, Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Yep. And I think you want to love fearlessly in all facets of love in your life. And I think that there have been some difficult exchanges in your past when it comes to that giving energy, and it has made you feel, again, frustrated, confused, wanting to give but still feeling like you're getting rejected somehow. So all I feel that they're saying is just let yourself be loved, but recognize who you give your love to. Then you have Four of Cups, luxury. And strength, the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, my card here is, finish what you started, stand your ground. The Four of Cups in this deck talks about luxury, right? So again, if we're coming from that Three of Cups energy in the reversal here of abundance, and then the Four of Cups, I'm feeling more of a stable emotional foundation for you that creates this luxury when it comes to the love energy in you. This energy exchange, this creative abundance that gets to flow now through you, because that balance of reciprocity or seeing each other is very clear. There's no illusions around these new partnerships or dynamics or encounters that you have coming into your future. There's a strength behind your emotional convictions, and people can feel that, and they honor that. Now, as before, I don't think that they honored it, is what I'm feeling. Because there is when I giggled and I said traitor, I was thinking about an actual traitor, not a trader. And I was wondering if that's, again, that thievery energy. So there's something about that trader energy, how you give and take of exchange of energies, who you want to give it to, where your love goes, all of that stuff comes right back to that behavior, right? Amazing. Let's see what else. And then coffin, like we said, put to bed, put to rest that thievery energy, and initiate into this new phase that you want. Put this to bed. You are done with this energy. It's done. Love and let yourself be loved. Exchange energies freely and flowing now for this luxury of strength and happiness when it comes to these dynamics or environments that you're in. And then doubt. Yeah, don't doubt it. It is what needs to happen, my lovely. You keep resisting this, pile 3. You keep resisting. That's all I keep feeling. It's like a yes, 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 no. Yes, 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 no. It keeps going back. So, my friend, I just feel like you don't have to doubt this ending. And you don't have to doubt if it's ended. Because it has. It has. Justice is here on top of that thief, you know? It comes. Adjudication is here. It's done. It's done. Let's get the answers to this trend of yours, my lovely. What is the answer for you? Astrilled? Probably butchering that. Love, fire, sensuality, and fertility. That's right. Love, fire, sensuality, and fertility. Growth in what you are moving towards. Love and letting yourself be loved. The sensuality of again, that luxury of those friendships, those dynamics, those partnerships, that kinship. The recognition of each other, that pause and stillness that allows you to get into that energy. It's awesome. It's slow moving, mind you, my loves. It's slow moving, don't get me wrong, but it's here for you. You do toggle back and forth a bit, but I feel that you get there. You get there. You get to that true belief of, I know it's done. I can get there. I just had a honk. Confirmation. Then we have 9 of discs in the reverse, gains. And then 2 of swords, peace. This is so interesting that the 9 of pentacles is in reverse, because the 9 of pentacles, again, even though being a single, sexy, confident, it makes me think of unions when it's in the reverse. It makes me think of partnerships, peace, unity, sensuality, fertility, something that grows within a small community. You know, so again, finding who those people are for you, that eventually will get you out of this dark mindset that you've been in, or the environment that kept you in that essence of this is all you deserve or all you can get, or you're talking nonsense, or you crazy, you know, a little too much woo woo, whatever that is. That's nonsense. They're the ones that need to be, you know, finding their own rebirth. See what else. And we got message of concern. My love, the answer to this still is in the mind. It's still in the mind. So if you find yourself teetering and tottering, whatever it is that you choose to believe and choose to take in, be very careful of who that is for you and what that is, because you are extremely sensitive and extremely absorbent of anything that may feel like a direct blow to your character or to your personality. They're asking you to build up that wild within you. Again, they already said that you have mastered this devil energy. Stop going back to the old version of yourself, thinking that you are still a preemie. You know, you're not. Full grown, my friend. Full grown, just in a new rebirth cycle. There is nothing to be concerned about. You have made the right decision. You will be making the right decision. Ooh, look at that. Reconciliation. Is that with yourself? Is that with the people? Maybe that message of concern comes from those people once you've separated it, and there's some sort of forgiveness that comes in. That's very possible. Absolutely. That feels right for this energy. That they come back around because they know they're the ones, in my opinion, at fault when it came to feeding this energy to you. It's almost like keeping somebody... Again, it's the same energy. It's like when your light shines too bright, people try to snuff it out so damn quick, and I don't get it. I don't get it. And this is exactly what this is like. And now it feels like they've come to, you know, so to speak, come to the light and understood where they have not been forthcoming, peaceful, communicated well, etc. It's almost like they understand why you did what you did. All right, let's get the bottom of the deck energies. Other things to consider as this is happening on this beautiful journey of yours. Maboon. Shining hope and future. Frickin' A. That's right. It's so interesting because I don't know if you can really see that in these, but all of the fairy cards, they're all like the same shimmery silver. You know? Shimmery silver here, shimmery silver here, shimmery silver here. shimmery silver here. The only one is in that answer, that love, fire, and sensuality, where this is like something comes back in and then look where it leads you. Shining hope, future. My bone. Get it. Broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Look at this. That peace was the Two of Swords here, reconciliation. Again, that reconciliation doesn't have to be like we're going to be friends again. It can just be like, again, a recognition of personal wrongs and just addressing that and being able to move forward with a clear conscience. You know, it can literally just be that. Then you have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. I do, again, think that this is more so the energy of the people around, like their energy that was so fire or so much on you, or again, yeah, just on you. It's like it's muted now. It is diluted. Their strength or their impact or effect on you is no longer the same as it was. You come to that. And then look at this, unexpected income. I usually think about this more as a surprise, like something unexpected that comes in. Like I feel like that reconciliation, and that's why I think you're concerned more so than like, oh damn, like I just didn't think this was gonna happen. It definitely also can be money. That's like a side effect of the new energy that you step into. Absolutely, a new opportunity. Regardless, it just feels like it's something that's unexpected that comes in. And then you have a stranger. Like I said, unexpected stranger. That could be a love situation too. I don't know if I brought that up at all, but that's what they just made me say. An unexpected love interest might pop into this after all of this energy has been transmuted and understood, more specifically understood. But either way, it could feel the reconciliation from whoever or from whomever this might be from, they could feel like a stranger to you because it's so unexpected of how they're coming to you now. Like that could literally be the extra little bits that might pop up for you. But regardless, like the future looks hella bright, you know? And in your immediate future, I would say that the stillness and pause and delicacy is what you're probably going to be going through. For you, my pile threes, I really genuinely feel like you're in this phase right now. Most people have been really truly in the present when it comes to the other groups, but for you, it really feels like you're here and you're merging into this phase right here. Wow, my pile three. So that is the current direction of this trend that's happening in your life. So believe that this cycle is completed. You just have to trust in these forces. Know that you've mastered this. Allow yourself to pause. Get out of the poverty mindset or the lack mindset. Unlock the magic within you. Tap into these spiritual gifts that are really, literally knocking on your door. Recognize who your true friends are, the value of that, that value you for you in all facets of your energy, to be really clear and direct and concise about the direction and the plan that you want to head towards, so that when you find these new energies or interact with these new energies, it's just a beautiful exchange of creative abundance, that you get to love and be loved and feel that you don't have to doubt it anymore, that you don't have to be concerned about what you say, what you don't say, how it will be received. It's less of that fear, less of walking on eggshells. You begin to love, and fire, the fire is lit within you. The sensuality, the fertility of this new playground that you get to play on, so to speak, that brings you into this beautiful shining hope of your future. Wow, my collective, I hope that was helpful. I hope that resonated. Please let me know if it did. I would love to hear about it, read about it, all that good stuff. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time, ciao.